now, let me get you caught up to speed on a controversial segment we got for you. We reached the summit of the Super Bowl, and the confetti has fallen like a snowy day. Now, we look forward to a new climb in 2026. I know you're thinking, that's way too early. Indeed it is. So grab your snowshoes. It's time for a way too early edition of Mahomes Mountain. Controversial edition, that is.
I have to say, KW, I'm a little disappointed.
With what?
As I'm sure Brew is as well. Greg wasn't here last week, but I know he watches. Last week, for the Mahomes Mountain intro, Wildes didn't do any of the pre-record stuff. That's fine. Didn't even put on the goggles. And when I said he was mailing it in, he said, I've decided I don't want to be a clown anymore.
That's right.
And I assumed that was because your team was playing in the Super Bowl, you thought they were going to win, and you were like, I'm going to be the voice of the Super Bowl champion. But then you guys got curb stomped, and now we can go back to what's worked. We have fake snow on the desk, we have fake snow on the screen, and you won't put on the ski goggles?
Why do I have to wear ski goggles?
It's a part of the bit.
It's a part of the bit.
Because we're not national treasures.
Exactly.
You are.
Ski hat.
Listen, I'm not mad. I'm disappointed. Off the mountain. Not skiing. I almost said not climbing. Gino, because Where's Gino gonna play? Pittsburgh. That's my question.
He's gonna be the veteran.
He might be,
Fernando.
or could he end up being
his future?
The Steelers quarterback or someone? I don't know.
Oh no.
Tua, where's he gonna play?
Oh no.
Michael Penix and Kirk Cousins. Who's gonna play there? J.J. McCarthy. Who's he going to start in front of that he's worse than? I don't know. Shedeur Sanders.
Shedeur should be on there.
He shouldn't be on the mountain,
He's
Brew.
QB1 in Cleveland.
First of all,
that's true.
There's only
training
20
camp.
Brew.
Do you have to have somebody? Even if they're equal, you have somebody at top,
but
right?
Brew, there's 28. There's only
top.
28 spots on the mountain. There's 32 teams. So some starting quarterbacks aren't on there, and the Jets. Whoever's starting for the Jets, you're in trouble.
Just the Jets.
Just the Jets. Bottom row. Couple number one picks. Cam Ward from last year, Fernando Mendoza for this upcoming year. Tyler Shuck, Jackson Dart, a couple picks from last year. I think Shuck was the best, but Dart, I don't know, is the best PR. Bryce Young and Kyler, another couple number one picks. And Aaron Rodgers, who wasn't number one pick and has kind of carried that chip on their shoulder to a top 10 all-time quarterback career, Hall of Fame career. That's the bottom row of the mountain. Sixth row. Baker, another number one pick, by the way. Justin Herbert, Jaden Daniels, C.J. Stroud, Brock Purdy, and Daniel Jones. So let me go through these guys quickly. Nobody, I think, has been a bigger Baker supporter than me. But the final half of the season was a disaster.
Yeah.
And while he has built up enough equity through his time in Tampa to where no one's questioning his job security or anything like that, it did hurt his standing because he had firmly entrenched himself right on the edge of that top 10. He fell back. Herbert, if it were the Premier League, he'd be better. There's no playoffs. It's just regular season, and then we see. I don't know what to do with a guy who has limited playoff experience. The experience he has been 3 unfathomable disasters. Jaden Daniels is injury concern. C.J. Stroud, we all know. TTL, electric level losing. Maybe he can come back from it. Purdy has Mac Jones breathing down his neck. And Daniel Jones, he's in such a weird spot. The Colts are marketing him as if he is their quarterback. He is not under contract, and he has a popped Achilles. So I don't know how any of that's going to play out.
I don't feel good about that. I'm surprised he's this high, to be honest with you.
Well, guys who had played well this season or have a long history of elite play, I try not to hold a season-ending injury against them. Fifth row. Jared Goff, Jordan Love, Dak Prescott, Jalen Hurts, Bo Nix. You can win with these guys. All have very obvious strengths and somewhat obvious weaknesses, whatever they are. For Goff, if it gets off schedule, if he gets pressured, he can get a little skittish. Jordan Love, a little too much, what would Coward always say? An artist out there. A little too much painting outside the line sometimes. Dak, if I'm going to hold it against Herbert, he hasn't been bad in all his playoff games, but we've never seen him play his best since his rookie year in the playoffs. Hurts, he's a great leader. has all the intangibles, yet oddly his team seems to rip itself apart every other year. I don't know what to make of it. And Bo Nix is coming off the single greatest game of his career and arguably the best game any AFC quarterback played the entire postseason. Was Bo Nix in that divisional round game, but then he broke his ankle and what's
I don't
up?
even know. I'm trying to think of the game. Is it?
I think
it's
Allen week 1 of the playoffs.
week 1.
You know, Allen
Yeah.
against
Remember
the
the
Jags.
Prince threw the game-ending interception?
Yeah,
Oh,
I do
yeah,
remember.
yeah.
Speaking of,
That's right.
He had a game-winning drive. He just gave it up to the
And Nick,
Fourth row.
Nick did not jump on him at all.
I did jump
even
on
though
him.
he
I
says he
dropped him.
hates that
The guy was top 5 MVP candidate. He's not top 5 here. Sam Darnold, Caleb Williams, Drake Maye, and the Prince. What a row. Average draft position of this row, 2. Even though none of them went 2. It's 3 number 1, or I'm sorry, 2 number 1 picks and 2 number 3 picks.
Yeah.
Darnold did not play great in the Super Bowl, didn't need to. Played brilliantly in the game to get to the Super Bowl, which was their biggest game of the year. And as more data trickles out of the Super Bowl, how about this fun fact? Down to the 100th of a second, Darnold and Drake Maye, same average time to throw in that Super Bowl. Yet Darnold was able to avoid the rush, make plays. Drake May's got Will Campbell contemplating a career position change. Listen, sacks are a bit of a quarterback stat. Darnold gets plus for that. Caleb Williams, who Wildes, was on for 2 days and is now turned on again, had 2.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
I texted Danny, we need Drake Maye to go. Caleb Williams will score 14 points in 90 seconds.
And then yesterday, when we were talking about what Brew was talking about quarterback rankings going into next season, and he said Drake's in the same area of Caleb and Jaden, you gave that look you give when Brewer I give a take that you hate, where it's like you bit into a bad plum, and you're like, "Ugh." So that's what happened. And the Prince, listen, the top. Now he has 2 top 7 MVP finishes. This is now a top 5 MVP finish. Team won 13 games without the number 2 overall pick, Travis Hunter.
Up 7.
Row 3, 3 amigos, Allen, Lamar, Burrow, all under pressure every year, but all under a different type of pressure this year. For Josh Allen and Lamar, new coaches. For Joe Burrow, it can't be 4 years out of the playoffs, right? That's not going to happen. It's 4. Drew Brees dealt with 3 straight 7 and 9 years. We've seen it, but wouldn't be great. Row 2, Matthew Stafford, Patrick Mahomes. So you're looking at it. So who is atop Mahomes Mountain? Who is the universally accepted best quarterback alive headed into 2026? And the answer is nobody. That spot's up for grabs. Given the year Patrick had, it was there for the taking for any of those guys on the row beneath him. None of them could quite reach up and grab it. So it's vacant, and we will see who goes and grabs it, or if Patrick reclaims it coming off the injury. That is the most fair. I had 2 weeks ago when we did, I don't remember what we called it. It was a different way too early. I said no one took it from Mahomes, so he stays there. Brew was like, he can't stay there. Talked me out of it. I thought about it. I was like, you know what? Brew makes a fair case. So it's vacant for now. Well done, Brew.
We got
Greg Jennings, your thoughts?
I actually was impressed that you left it vacant.
Thank you.
Up for grabs.
Magnanimous.
I really was.
The word of the day.
I'm interested to see everybody who Wildes has.
It's got to be Jalen Hurts. That's his guy. It's got to be Jalen.
It's a controversial take.
Well, because of where he is, I just feel like we need more love. So I understand how the mountain works. If we were just going left to right, which I know
No, not left to right.
we don't go left to right. No. This is my personal preference. I would definitely have him in front of Goff. I would consider moving him up above the Prince. Jordan Love, I think he gets a little bit of a knock based on what we have come to kind of not like or be concerned about regarding his play. And we didn't see it this year.
Right.
Which is turning the ball over. And I think when we watch Jordan Love play, it's like, man, well, is he going to give you a turnover? Is he going to throw the ball away? Is he going to make that errant throw? And he just didn't really do that consistently this year. Like, if you look at his numbers, they didn't jump off the page in any area, but specifically when you look at touchdown to interception, 27 touchdowns to only 6 interceptions. That speaks volumes in his maturity, his ability to run that offense, to still push the ball down the field the way in the fashion of which he chose to do with this offense, and still not turn the ball over. Now, some will say, I watched those games like you did, Greg, and a lot of people drop those interceptions. Well, a lot of quarterbacks can say the same thing. Yeah. But when you watch his last outing against the Bears in that postseason game, wild card game, he did everything in his power to win that game, and I felt like his head coach honestly let him down. They didn't really lean into his superpower of just letting him go and push the ball down the field and make plays for you. So I would have, again, I think he's the best quarterback still within that division. I still believe that Caleb is the scariest of all those quarterbacks, but I would love for Love, no pun intended,
to get more love.
To get more love.
So you want me to switch him with the Prince?
So let's not call him the Prince. Let's just call him Trevor Lawrence for now. Because the Prince, you're going to have a hard time switching.
Here's the thing. Had you made the case that I should switch him with Drake Maye?
Get out of town.
You might have moved.
There's no possible way that no one has a case for that.
Well, I mean, Greg made the case that Jordan Love, in his limited playoff opportunities this year, played brilliantly. 4 touchdowns, a 102 rating.
Yeah, why were they limited?
Did all those things. Because
I didn't see him later.
He didn't really have a defense.
Yeah, I mean, his defense did.
I mean, I want to be on your side, Wild, so let's not attack Jordan Love.
I'm not attacking Jordan Love.
I feel like
play Drake.
So, but I can't move him above Trevor when the year, even I won't call him the Prince, the year Trevor had in its totality.
About left to right, just between you and I.
You want me to move him to the left ahead of, like, to where he's first guy before golf?
Yeah.
Well, left to right doesn't matter, so sure. Yeah, no problem.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, and if it's not proven left to right doesn't matter, you guys think I'm lying, why would I have Drake Maye to the left of the Prince when I obviously thought Drake was the guy hanging on for dear life for that row? Again, it's random. It's decided by our graphical artists. Brew, go ahead.
I think Matthew Stafford has to be number 1.
Everybody's All-American?
Everybody's All-American.
Wow, Brew, what a journey you've taken.
No, entering next season, he clearly had the best season. Threw 12 more touchdowns than any other quarterback.
Wow.
No one else even threw 35 touchdowns. He threw 46, led in yards, and coming back, obviously has a great offensive coach. So, like, we don't expect him to drop. He's 38, but coming off his best season of his career, great offensive coach in mind, 2 great receivers still, good running back in Kyron Williams. Like, there's no reason to really think he's going to fall off. So I just think he's done enough. The confetti, I guess that means I'm making a good point.
Yes.
But, yeah, I just think, and I think that's being fair to Mahomes, you know, coming off with the injury and stuff. Put Stafford number 1.
You know what?
Everybody's all.
If you'd have told me 6 months ago that Chris Broussard, who coined the term, everybody's All-American.
At first, it was a little sarcasm.
That's what I said. As a point of derision.
Stafford.
As a way, it all started because I was upset that Brew had Stafford in that squishy fluid tier 2. That I said Stafford needs to be firmly in tier 1. And Brew was like, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know about everybody's All-American. We would hear about how much talent the 08 Lions had and how Stafford couldn't get it done with Calvin Johnson and Ndamukong Suh. And now he's advocating I'm atop the mountain. Brew, if I could change it on the fly, I would do it. I'm just thrilled we're here. All right, Kate.
Time now for one of the most controversial opinions you've ever heard in your sports viewing career. Because I agree that Matthew Stafford, the guy was the MVP, won it fair and square, and he played great in the NFC Championship game. But he walked off the field a loser because he was outplayed by the eventual Super Bowl champion, Sam Darnold. if you win the Super Bowl, and I believe we have precedence on this, that last year Jalen Hurts emerged from the Super Bowl, and granted he won Super Bowl MVP, atop the mountain.
Yeah.
The point is to win the game. Sam Darnold said, I have a great defense. I know what the recipe is to win the game. It's not to throw for 400 yards and take some shots at Christian Gonzalez, who was going to grab one of those eventually. It's to just have 200 yards, take care of the ball, and leave with the trophy. So, Dusty, bail on my first graphic if you can.
Well done, Wow.
Because this is about, I want to go playoffs forward. This was, again, the numbers are not eye-popping necessarily, because he ran into a great defense. But similar to Greg talking about how good Jordan Love was in taking care of the ball, this guy took a excellent regular season and got better.
Yep.
And we kicked around, hey, are these playoff games won or lost? And it's kind of like a fuzzy question. A lot of them are just lost. Guys just give up the ball and give up the game. Sam Darnold's like, I got a great defense. I will have 5 touchdowns, no turnovers. And then the biggest thing we were worried about is Sam Darnold going pumpkin mode. And how do you go pumpkin mode? Pressure. That was Sam Darnold's kryptonite, to the point where the Patriots blitzed him on 70% of his dropbacks in the first quarter, which I think was the highest in the next-gen era, or since everyone's been alive, I'm not sure. But passer rating under pressure, highest in the playoffs since 2018. Holy cow, there's Sam Darnold. So the guy had one real weakness, and he became great at it. And he's the Super Bowl champion. And there's precedence from previous Mahomes Mountains. As an ode to Patrick Mahomes, who didn't get on this mountain, and the mountain wasn't named because the guy put up eye-popping stats. It was part of it, but part of it's because he's 3-time Super Bowl champion Patrick Mahomes. So I'm not saying for the whole year, but I'm saying for the way-too-early edition of Mahomes Mountain.
For a week.
The Super Bowl champion belongs at the top.
The Wild's well done.
It's not controversial, was it?
So,
Nah, you gave a good
a couple
reason to
things,
take it.
only because you invoked precedent. Jalen Hurts had, in his career already, been to a Super Bowl, played quite well. I happen to think his performance is a touch overrated by the rest of the media, but he played quite well in a game that he lost with a fumble.
Sure.
And had finished second in league MVP voting. The top 3 MVP voting.
Definitely top 7.
I think he was second in league MVP voting. So he had done those things, second to Mahomes that year.
Yep.
And then won Super Bowl MVP and was brilliant in that Super Bowl. So that is he's in a little different spot than Darnold historically and even in that game. But there is also this piece of it, which is the person advocating Sam Darnold be atop Mahomes Mountain. Do you think Sam Darnold is the best quarterback in the NFL?
I do not think Sam Darnold is the best quarterback in the NFL. I do believe that it's called Mahomes Mountain and not best quarterback in the NFL 1 through 28. Mahomes Mountain is a
Rich tapestry.
A rich tapestry.
Yeah.
It is a rich tapestry.
So I think winning the Super Bowl
Another good point.
should be part of the tapestry,
it
and
is-
perhaps the richest part.
It is part of the tapestry.
Look,
And that's why-
I'm getting everybody.
He's showing up
Your
today.
cards.
He showed up
These
today.
guys are coming
Bravo,
6 through
Rob.
9. He's somewhere
Very
6
well
through 9.
done.
He
Very
moved
well
up quite a bit. I can't put Sam Darnold atop Mahomes Mountain at the moment. I'm not saying he could never get there.
No, he's never going to get there.
No, of course he could get there.
This is the time.
Yeah,
This is the moment.
Yeah.
The guy's in the teacup with Kenneth Walker. This is his moment.
Yeah.
It's not going to be like, oh, you know what? Week
He
4.
won us over, Nick. He's got to get up. I didn't
You know
think
what?
he
Week
could do it.
4,
I didn't think he could do
Seahawks,
it.
Jets.
He made a great
had,
argument.
You know what?
250 yards, 3
when he
touchdowns.
said it's a rich tapestry, and this perhaps is the richest part of the tapestry is winning the
It's
Super
just,
Bowl.
it's the Super Bowl on Sunday.
Because I
I'm not
don't
even talking
think
about next
everybody's
week.
All-American's the best quarterback in the league. I'm not really saying that. I'm just saying he
Wow,
deserves to be ahead.
Drake Maye guy?
No, I'm just saying he deserves to be ahead as the MVP.
It's right there.
But your argument is
Controversial.
good.
It sounds like the simplest thing is to just leave Mahomes up there. You guys are arguing for people who you just said you don't think are the best quarterback in the league.
To be fair,
Every time
3-1 Super Bowl wins. I have to give
Every
it.
time Mahomes is up there, I'm like, he's the best quarterback in the league. You guys are arguing for guys who are like, I don't even think he's the best guy in the league. What are we doing? Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get more from the show and to check out clips from other shows on FS1.